Breaking news, the saddest news that I'm reporting on this channel since its inception. Former F1 boss, pundit, legend, Eddie Jordan has passed at the age of 76, and I don't know why I can't stop bloody crying. He'd been fighting a battle with aggressive form of prostate cancer for the longest time. Get through this, Cameron. All F1 journals are created equally, but some are created more equal than others. Read Andrew Benson's article because I can't even speak. Eddie Jordan, the flamboyant former F1 team owner and TV pundit, has died aged 76. The Irishman had aggressive form of prostate cancer and died in the early hours of Thursday morning. A statement from his family said, "It is with profound sadness that we announce the passing of Eddie Jordan, OBE, the ex-Formula One team owner, TV pundit and entrepreneur. He passed away peacefully with his family by his side in Cape Town, where he lived in the early hours of the 20th of March 2025. Jordan, who was known across the world for his outspoken, mischievous character, achieved rare success as an independent team owner. His team, which made its debut in 1991. Come on, Cameron. Dean, I'm telling you. His team, which made its debut in 1991, won 4 Grand Prix in its 15 years in the sport and challenged briefly for the Drivers' Championship. You know, I sat this up, I'm not going to read this out. You know what? I was thinking about Isaac Hadjar the other day and Helmut Marko saying that it's a bit embarrassing sometimes when you show your emotions. I remember I was at my friend's mum passed. My friend looked at me and I put on my glasses. I didn't want people to see me cry. My friend said, "No, let people know you're crying." And that's the emotion, right? People need to show your tears. Why am I crying about Eddie Jordan? You know, when you listen to the Formula for Success podcast every single week, and Eddie comes on there, and he dropped the truth, didn't he? He spoke to F1 like F1 needed to be spoken to. Unencumbered, untrammeled by political correctness. He would give you his thoughts and opinions on the sport that he knew and loved. And that's why so many F1 fans around the world, the F1 community, loved that dude so dear. I would look forward to the Formula for Success podcast with David Coulthard every single bloody week, when this dude would come on and do his signature call, his calling card. He'd give it to you. And I loved that. There aren't too many left like Eddie Jordan. He was the one who discovered Michael Schumacher and fought so hard to keep him. He was one of the goatiest ones to have ever goated. He was the old school of F1. And I think that's why so many people loved him for that. Andrew Benson writes, the statement from his family said he was working until the last, having communicated on St Patrick's Day about his ambition for London Irish Rugby Football Club, of which he had recently become a patron. Eddie and Jordan Grand Prix were known for their rock and roll image, bringing fun and exciting element to F1. Of course he was. Of course he was. He was a proper legend, lived his life to the fullest, loved the sport that was F1, as well as consistently performing above their weight, winning Grand Prix. Lest we forget, I want to say 1996 Spa-Francorchamps, Damon Hill settings. Many successful F1 drivers owe their career breaks to Eddie Jordan, and world champions, including Michael Schumacher and Damon Hill, both of whom drove for him. EJ, as he was often known, brought an abundance of charisma, energy and Irish charm everywhere he went. We all have a huge hole missing without his presence. No kidding, Sherlock. Holy smoke. Eddie Jordan's passed at the age of 36. F1's lost a good one. Jordan was known Jordan was known for his flamboyant lifestyle and his many showbiz friends. He also played the drums in a band called Eddie and the Robbers, a nod to his reputation as a colourful businessman. Come on, Cameron. Let them see your tears. Jordan famously gave Schumacher his debut at the Belgian Grand Prix in 1991 before the German was poached by the Benetton team for the following race at the Italian Grand Prix. After a difficult few years struggling for funds, Eddie Jordan, blah, 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 German Heinz-Hound Frentzen, who'd replaced Hill at Williams in 1997, won 2 further races after going to Jordan in 1999 and briefly fought for a title. Oh, the humanity. Team was sold to Russian-Canadian businessman Alex Schneider in 2005. Let me tell you what I know. Again, I'm going to speak to Eddie Jordan quickly before I wrap because this is unacceptable. You'll forgive me. R.I.P. Eddie Jordan. And the reason why I think I'm crying is because, again, it's content, right? It is just content. And ultimately, the Formula for Success podcast is just a podcast using which the legend that is Eddie Jordan, alongside his co-host, the one that they call David Coulthard, just talked about Formula One. But I suppose when you're passionate about a sport, as EJ was, when you could talk to it in the way that only EJ could, when you deviated from PC F1 old media in a way that only EJ could, EJ, as he was affectionately known, when he was the dude, I think he's a length of service as well, you know, who broke the news about the one that they call Sir Lewis Hamilton leaving McLaren and going to Mercedes in 2013, 2014, Eddie Jordan. So I think the reason why I can't contain myself, the reason why I'm so sad, not to make this about DC, the reason why I'm so sad is because F1's lost one of its good ones, one of its best, one of the rare few who could speak to the sport in a way that not too many could, in a way that was fun and vibrant. This dude came onto the Formula for Success podcast and said what he was going through when not too many people would be brave enough, that he had a very aggressive form of prostate cancer. Came on there not long ago, a couple of episodes, and said, get yourselves checked out. I'm dealing with it. Eddie Jordan says, don't pity me. Take from my experience and learn lessons. Men of the world, women of the world too, go and get yourselves checked out. Eddie Jordan's words, not mine. And I say all that to say F1 has lost one of its best, one of its goodest ones, one of the goatiest team owners. And F1 pundits, EJ, the legend that is, has died at the age of 76. He was suffering from an aggressive form of prostate cancer. He died in the early hours of Thursday morning. There is only one way that I can end this stream. I never wanted to come on and talk about this news. I never wanted to break news like this, ever. I hope that I never have to, but there's only one way that I can end this stream. R.I.P. EJ, look at this. R.I.P. Eddie Jordan, a.k.a. EJ. Thoughts going out to his family and those surrounding the circumstance. What are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? He'll be missed, will EJ? One of the last true ones, one of the last proper ones, one of the goatiest to have ever goated. There is only one way to end this stream, and that way would be to say, ah.